Hey guys, we're continuing on with the brake system repairs on my 1979 Corvette. We've got 3 new calipers and cleaned up brake discs all the way around. We've got a functional master cylinder, I think. Managed to break the sticky one loose. And now we need to get some brake fluid run through the system. Follow along while we make this happen. Basically, we've got 4 things that we need to bleed. We've got each caliper requires air extracted from the system, and quite honestly, each of these calipers has 4 items that needs to be drained. We've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 pistons. The fluid's going to come in here. The nature of the beast is that the air should push out as far away as possible from where the fluid comes in. So inlet, this should be our drain. One tricky little thing that we've got here is I'm by myself today. I don't have anybody to pump brake pedals for me. And I've done this by myself on this car in the past. It's not impossible to do by any means. We'll just have to work at it. What I found works well is to get in, pump the brake up until you start to get pressure, wedge the brake pedal down with a stick against the driver's seat, and then come and crack open the bleeder valve. We'll give that a try, see if we can make it work, and bring you guys along for the ride here. The light's not the greatest in here, but let's pump on the brake pedal. See if we start to feel any. I think I'm starting to feel something, but it's not firming up. Let's pop the top off and make sure that the reservoirs are full. In a previous segment of this series, we filled up the master cylinders. I can see where it's drained down a little bit, and I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's air bubbles coming up out of that system. It's probably a good sign. Let's give this thing a few more pumps and see what happens. That holds the brake pedal down at the bottom, wedged against the seat. Now let's go crack the rear brake open and see if we get any air coming out of it. I don't know if the camera picked that up or not, but I certainly heard some air. Now we rinse and repeat. This is probably going to take 3 or 4 shots, so I will pause the camera here just so it goes a little quicker, and I'll bring you back when we start getting some farting. That looks like we've got good flow coming out of there. I think we can safely say this upper caliper is full. Let's check this. It appears to be flowing good. Now, that one had some air in it still. Let me go pump things up, and we'll see if we can get fluid out of that one. Well, we're just getting some farts out of that still. Let me go pump it up some more. Well, we appear to be all bled out. We're getting a steady stream of brake fluid out of all 3 bleed valves. You can see we got a little bit of spray. I don't really want that. Give it a quick rinse, get any residue of brake fluid off of there. And I think we can safely say this one is bled. This one's the furthest away, in the rear circuit at least, from the master cylinder. We've got this one bled down now, so that should make the other side a little bit easier to bleed, because we don't have to fill the whole circuit. We just have to fill from where it branches. Get all 3 little nubbies off. I think I'm going to pump it back up, just so that we've got a full amount of pressure in the system, and then we'll again try draining this top piston out. Sticks in place. Getting some air, getting some fluid. That's a good sign. Let me pump it up again. Okay, that is all pumped up. I'm giving it about 10 pumps every time. We're getting there. Pump it up again. I think we're starting to get close to having this filled. We're still getting air farting out of there. Let's see how the other bleeders are working. That appears to just have fluid in it. And I think we're out of pressure, so let me go pump the pedal some more. Okay, let's hit this other top one. I think we've got it. I think all we've got now is fluid coming out of here. Let's see. That one's just fluid. That one's just fluid. That one, I think, might have had a little bit of air in it. Let's do it one more time and we'll bleed this top inboard one. Well, I think that's it. I think we've got all the air pulled out of this one. Give it a quick little wash. I think we're in good shape. The brake pedal is still a little spongy, but we haven't done anything with the front brakes yet. But definitely it is way stiffer now that we've got the back brakes basically working. Hopefully we'll have good brake pedal once we get the front bled. Let me make some adjustments. I think I'm going to put some tires on, get this back end back down on the ground. We can put our little cappies on here. Keep the road grime off of those bleeder valves. Then I'll bring you back when I'm ready to bleed the front. I've got the front end jacked up in the air. Hopefully the beeping doesn't drive you guys as nuts as it's driving me. But I got to keep stepping back into the beam for the garage door, so it keeps complaining. Rather than take the front wheels off, I've spun the steering around to the front block. There's our bleeder screw right there. Hopefully you can see that. I don't know how the light is under there for you guys. We need to pump up the brakes again. I've got everything kind of staged ready to do that. And then I'll come and see if we can get the air out of this sucker. After 10 or so pumps, it actually feels like there's a brake pedal there. Definitely got some air out of the system. Let me go repeat the pump up, and I'll bring you back when I'm ready to let some pressure out. I think we've got all of the air out of that one. One last little fart there, but it seems to be pouring good now. Now we'll do this one more time. I'll pump this up one more time just to make sure we don't get another fart like that out of it. And then we'll switch over to the other side. Give this a little bath. The brake fluid off the back of the wheel and off of the back of the caliper. Now I'm going to swing the steering wheel over to the other side so we can get at the back side of the driver's wheel. And we'll see if we got brakes. As of right now, it feels like about 4 pumps and we're good. We've got full brake pedal. So this is a good sign. We get a little bit of air out of the other caliper. I think we got more than enough brake to get us where we need to be. I even remember to put the cap on the bleeder valve again. Here we are on the driver's side. Hopefully you guys can see that. Oh, that let some air out anyways. Let me pump it up and we'll see if we start getting some fluid out of this thing. I think we're going to have to do that 2 or 3 more times. Definitely heard the pedal release in there. The pedal's firming up nicely. Like we're almost there. Probably have to pump this up 2 or 3 more times. Tell you what, you guys have seen me do this enough. I'm just going to work at it here and get the job done. And then we can talk about where we got to when I'm done. One last thing we need to do, now that we've got everything together and back on the ground, if this would cooperate, we need to check and make sure that our master cylinder is full, or reasonably so. I'm happy with that. Well guys, I think we're going to call that a success. Definitely got good brake pedal now, and the wheels stop spinning when we put pressure on them. So I think we'll say we got brakes again. Be sure to check out the next episode where we see if this thing will fire back up again. And maybe we dump a little fluid in the transmission and see if it'll move under its own steam. Thanks a lot for stopping by. Appreciate you taking time to watch and giving one of those thumb up things. And if you haven't already done so, why don't you subscribe to the channel? Always happy to have more subscribers. And we'll catch you guys in the next mess. Thanks for watching.